What up, YouTube? It's been a long time since I've put out video. Now, there is reasons for that. Predominantly, it goes something like this. I'm now back at uni. Haha, we love it. Right, before we get into this, the first thing that you're going to want to do is get yourself a drink of choice. Right, mine happens to be special reserve today, but we don't need to see that. Awesome. Have a glug, and we're going to dive straight in. Yum. Okay. Right. Today, it's all about what's in my uni bag. Alright. Now, this is just a budget bag that I've got here, and all of the contents are pretty much on a budget, with the exception of the Costa coffee cup. We did that on camera as well. Nice little spin trick going on there. Right? Clicky, clicky. Close. Because me and coffee get along really, really well. So, okay. Let's just go into it, shall we? But just before we do, alright, about the course. I'm doing the Bachelor of Sciences for computing. Now that covers business systems modelling, networking, and programming, right? And on this note, I'm lucky, very lucky, because where I live is literally just at the top from my uni campus. So I'm within like a 3-minute walk. So I can get away with carrying this particular bag because I don't need to worry about things like pickpockets or pocket thieves or anything of that nature. Alright. I'm also lucky because I can carry cut down equipment, everything essentially all in here with minimum fuss. So on one particular day, if I need to change out anything out, because I've got 2 lectures that split up on the one day. So 1 in the morning followed by 1 in the afternoon. Now I'm lucky because I can just retire home or back to base, whatever, and swap the contents out or just pick up my second uni bag for the networking. And we'll have a look at that at a later. That will be in a follow-up video when I get round to doing that. Alright. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. Yes, you saw the coffee cup from Costa Fortune, you know the one. Alright. Clicky button, fill your face full of coffee. Because me and coffee get along real well. Can't do anything without my coffee here in the morning. Right. I can't show you a lot of that, but that is my uni ID, and I always carry a spare opening tool with me, just for no particular reason. And on my uni ID, I carry a flash drive. Alright, that doesn't live in the bag, that lives around my neck, because we're always being pulled up and being told you've got to wear your lanyard on you. The USB stick has all of my assignments on it. Alright, all backed up. I actually carry about 4 or 5 backups of that. And that is the slip pocket done. Front pocket, which is always a bit of a funny one to get into with this bag. I'll talk about the bag last, I think. It might be easier. Board markers. Now, I'm doing a computing degree. Yes, this is true. we still use whiteboards there. And sometimes our lecturer asks us questions. So I have these to dive up on the whiteboard and submit answers or presentations to class if I have to. It's always handy to carry some spare for the lecturer, just in case they don't have any whiteboard markers with them. So it does them a favour as well. Always carry a little something to help your lecturers and your instructors out. You win extra points for that. Trust me. It's good. Alright? It helps the class out. It helps you out. Alright? And anything that makes their life easier makes your life easier at uni. Trust me on that. Now, normally in that front pocket, I'd also carry a board wipe with me as well, and a cloth or something, but never mind that. Right. I've got the charger for the cheap ass laptop I'm running, because this is a budget bag anyway. Now, on that note, the laptop, it says faulty keyboard on it. It doesn't have a faulty keyboard anymore because I fixed it. Right, it's an Asus E510 1.1 gigahertz. I think it's ×2. So 4 gig RAM in it, and it's 64 gig storage. Well, it was running Windows 11, but I've now got it running Win 10. But nice slimline charger for that. Elastic band around there for no particular reason. So that's the charger and the specs of the laptop, which we'll look at in a bit. Alright, USB, that one is USB to USB-C. That is actually for my secondary external display, which you'll get to see in a moment. Next item out is a stand. You might be thinking, well, what the hell's with that? Well, I'll show you. The stand goes right there. Let's move the whiskey glass out of the way. There's the stand. You'll see what that's for in a bit. Next item out, we have USB-C to USB-C and a micro HDMI to standard HDMI that connects from my laptop to the external screen, which you're going to see in a moment. Now, I don't know about you, but the next item is an absolute essential because I like to keep fresh, you know, pits and bits and stuff. Stick deodorant, you know, because you don't want to be stinking. It can always freshen up at uni anyway. And aftershave. That one's Candyman, it's just a cheap one. But come on, people, right? You've got to stay fresh, stay good for your classmates. Alright? Forgot to mention about the phone that I'm carrying. That normally lives either in my pocket or in the bag. This one is the Z Fold 3. Great for taking notes. So if I need to photograph anything on a board or take down notes that lecturer's done, I can do that. Folds out to like a phablet, so I can also scroll things down or tippy-tappy and take quick notes. Handy. Glasses. Sometimes these units, after a while, these display units get a bit bright. Nothing wrong. Banging on a cool pair of shades prevents them nasty little migraines. Especially if you've got long lectures like I have on certain days. We're running from sort of 9 AM through to about 4 or 5 o'clock, give or take. Can get quite long. taxing on the eyes. Let's go and have a look at the main pocket now. It's nice and streamlined. This is where all the fun happens. Back pocket first. One of many books that I have. This is JavaScript and jQuery. It's one of many books. That one I will be carrying for the beginning of the week because it's a programming masterclass. Otherwise, it's going to be this guy. The CCNA Security. That's usually sort of around midweek time. I would be running that, or the end of the week for networking. Failing that, it would be the CISP book. This is another one that's always an option. Now, all of those won't fit in here at once, but it just depends on what we're doing. Like I said, I can always retire back here and pick up what I need when I need it. That's awesome. So I don't have massive amounts of travel to do, so I can go minimal. All right. Come to the mouse. This one's plugged into my computer at the moment, but this guy is the Corsair. It's a gaming mouse, but I normally carry that with me anyhow. But like I said, I've got that plugged into my other machine at the moment. Let's get back onto my completed assignments. Obviously, I've got those that are due for my formative on the 15th. So I've got that to sort out. Keyboard, external, because I like typing on my own. This one is an ADX mechanical. I changed the buttons over on it. As you can see, there are no markings on it. They're completely black. That's because I touch type. So I know where all the buttons are. Nothing special about that. I'm sure you all know what a keyboard is. Something to look at a later. That's it. Anyway, the last two things. External monitor. Now we're talking about the tech. There it is, external monitor. And that stand that I had out earlier on, I think this one's flat at the moment. No, there it is, external monitor, battery powered. So just what we want. That stand works like that. Perfect. Now I can plug in my cables, and now I have a secondary monitor for my cheap laptop, which cost me all of, in the end, less than 50 quid. It's the Asus E510. Not sure if there's any battery life in this one. Oh no, there is. There you are. Got it for less than that in the end. Faulty keyboard. Looks like it as well. I don't know what that's doing there. I don't work for them. Hang on. There you are. Nothing majorly special on there. It's just obviously my assignment work. No huge surprises there. And that is all that is inside the bag. Now what I also do have is meant to live in there, but it's on charge at the moment, is my iPad Air 2, which is quite a nice thing with the cover on it, and an Apple Pencil as well. Normally lives in that bag, So obviously if I need to take down notes or whatever, I can do that. Again, nothing major on there for you to see. Some of the apps are a little bit old on this one now, so I need to sort that out. Try not to kick the tripod over again. That can sit there and charge up. That's basically that. And then the last thing is the bag in question. Yes, it really is that old. 2001 from Tect. And as you see, it's got all the padding there. That's completely removable. You can actually take that sleeve out if you want and give yourself more room in there. Obviously, leave that in. Bag also happens to have slip pockets here. That's for like business cards, and then your other ancillaries, which we're going to start packing in properly. What I do like about this bag though is the thick, heavy straps on it. Zip this up and I'll show you what I mean. Because you can wear it over the front as well. So, if I was travelling anywhere, it would be over the front, because as we said, we wouldn't want anyone pickpocketing. But, over the back, it's pretty damn comfortable. And it has this kind of useful slot where you can chuck in your smartphone. I don't know if I've ever tried to put my Z Fold in here before. I don't think so. It doesn't fit a Z Fold 3 though. I think the Z Fold 3 is a little bit wide for that. Yeah, just a little bit. But you can get a phone or any other device in there. But that's what it looks like. It's pretty comfortable. Nice thick strapping on there as well. So that bag is like a good 20 years old. I've been looking on eBay to try and find another one and can't, because I do quite like it. But there we are. So let's get it all packed again. God, this is going to be a nightmare. This is going to be a nightmare. Nearly had my drink over and all. Don't want to do that. So there's USB-C. Let's get that tucked into one of these pockets here. God, I don't even think it's going to go in there properly. Yeah, sort of. HDMI cable. Let's get that sort of folded. Over it goes, like so. And that can go in the second one. Just cob it in there anyhow. See? USB-C, HDMI. Then of course the USB-C to normal. Let's fold that up. Keeps it all nice and neat now, doesn't it? Can go in there. So I don't really want too much in that front. Keyboard, as always, that goes in the main front pocket. Well, in the front slip pocket there. That's fine. Board markers back in the main front zipped compartment there, along with glasses and deodorant. Close that one off. Let's pack that away. Goes in there like so. And the laptop goes in behind that. Screen's facing inwards, by the way, so nothing gets broken. Let's turn that around. So that's like that. Charger. Need to get the charger. That can just live there. There as well. Right, now what do I have on beginning of the week? It's programming masterclass. So I'm going to want my programming masterclass book. So it'll be JavaScript and jQuery query rather. So that can go at the very back. That zips up. Open up that main front again there. So I almost forgot my monitor stand, which can just tuck it down now. And that is what's inside my uni bag. There we go. Awesome. Till that falls over. Alright. In the next one, we're probably going to look at what's inside my Mac pack. Stay tuned for that. There's not an awful lot in there. And that's normally where my iPad Air 2 would live. But we'll have a look at that one probably in a follow-up. I'm now going to finish a smoke as well. So that's it for now. If you like this video, awesome. If you don't, equally awesome. There's a description bar below. I'll leave the necessary links for what some of this is, if I can be bothered to. Other than that, there's a subscribe button and a bell icon. Those are free to use. Go give them a ringy ding. Ringy ding. Do it. It's free to do, and that's what it's there for. Anyway, I've been yours truly, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.